a 1955 Coca-Cola vending machine. So first off, we have the little chrome lever. It won't go all the way down until you put your little dime in there. Yes, Cokes were a dime. And then you can crank it all the way down. You can open up the little door, and there is your bottle of Coke inside. Of course, you have your courtesy bottle opener. Then the maintenance man could come and open up the front of the machine, and of course you have your coin mechanism in here, and it's made in America, obviously. And then you have your sight glass that says deposit coin, and then when the last one is sold, it says sold out. Here's where all the bottle caps would collect, and here's where all the dimes would collect. And then you can open up this secondary lever that reveals the entire barrel mechanism where you load the Cokes. And inside that gray cylinder to the right is your evaporator, and down here is your compressor and condenser. Now when you crank that lever, it turns this barrel to reveal the next Coke. There's a light that comes on to show you what you're mixing. How cool is that? But honestly, that's just the beginning of how cool this mixer is. I have never seen a mixer like this before, and let me show you what I mean. This mixer came with a third beater, and it works, and they don't jam or anything. Isn't that wild? Now for the craziest part. This button releases the top of the mixer to turn upside down, and it doubles as a juicer. You put this piece in the top, you put the bowl on top of that piece, and you put the juicer attachment in the same place as the beater would go, and you put the spout on, and you have an automatic juicer with the light beneath it. I'm just kind of blown away at this right now. And then you can flip it up top, and it doubles as a hand mixer. This is personally the wildest mixer I've ever seen. Made by the Thermador Electric Manufacturing Company of Los Angeles, California. Now these Thermadors weren't something that came on a vehicle from General Motors or Ford. This was something that you bought in the aftermarket and you put on your vehicle. What you do is you slide this up, you pour distilled water in it, and you want to put distilled in it because other waters have minerals and it'll build up in there, and you don't want that. You're gonna go ahead and shut your little lid there. Alright, so in the cab of the truck, this is the vent where the air comes out, and when it's filled with water, you pull this, and what that does is it turns a circular sponge in there and it drags it through the water to get it wet. And then as you're driving down the road, the air comes in there, passes over the sponge, and when it evaporates, the air gets cold, and then it passes it into the cab of the truck, and then you have your cold air. Today we are using the infrared defroster. It says it can do it in minutes before your food even defrosts. These old gizmos from the 50s I think are so cool, and I can't wait to use this. We got to empty out the freezer, and then after that we can go ahead and set some towels inside to catch all the water so it doesn't drain off. We can go ahead and plug it in and wait for it to heat up so it can use its infrared beams to melt the ice. So we got our first big chunk of ice loose, and we even got a pretty big piece stuck to the towel here. This is pretty cool. This piece fell off and it's the same shape as the coils underneath. Well, we almost have it about done here. It's done in about 30 to 40 minutes, which is a lot faster than it normally takes me. So check this out. This clock is a trip. This is a mystery clock. This is a Jefferson Electric made in Belleville, Illinois, what they call a mystery clock. And you see the power cord going in, but how do the wires get to the arms, right? There's nothing on the back, and it actually works, and that's the wild thing about it. So we'll plug it in. Okay, so I have the mic up there so you can hear the gears when it starts. We'll plug it in. Listen. You can hear it moving in there. And if you look at it, I mean, it literally looks like the arms are suspended in midair. And it is probably one of the coolest clocks I've seen, and I had to have it.